And we're recording. Alrighty, so, for my sessions, I would like all the players to kind of together give a recap of what happened last time. And for everybody to participate, so everybody just kind of wakes up and kind of gets a sense of what happened, especially since we play every 2 weeks. So yeah, anybody can start, or I will call on someone.
How many points does participation go into our
69.
grade?
Nice.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Can't remember.
I can give. I can start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we opened on the country of, and I'm not gonna say this right, Netherin.
Yep, Netherin.
20 years after the war, everything is in reconstruction.
5 years after the
temples
war.
are 5. Let me change that in my notes. 5 years after the war.
5 years after the war.
Let me write that in my notes.
It's in the campaign
everything-
guide.
No.
Okay, well I wrote down 20 for some reason. But
Drow just
everything's in
perceive time differently, it's
reconstruction.
fine.
Oh, mood.
Yeah, totally. Temples are offering food and shelter. The lower districts aren't so lucky. But we open on, like, Roland, who's not here right now, talking to, like, or in some, like, Owl King graveyard robber group. And he goes with Felix into this, like, weird, overgrown, like, kind of underground-ish area where he finds Valor 14 and also Acacia and Kane, and they like resurrect Acacia and Kane. I know we're supposed to take turns, so if anyone wants to take over, then they can.
Yes, Alice.
Yeah. The two of us who were resurrected have been dead for 5 fucking years. And we had some very different experiences being dead.
Oh yeah.
We learned that Algard was, or I guess mostly Valor 14 learned that Algard was destroyed, like, badly. So they've also been out for, like, 5 fucking years.
Half this party has just been comatose for the past
Yeah.
5 years.
You know how most
That's
parties
funny.
are amnesiacs? Yeah, no, we're just fucking comatose. The gang went back to Alderburg?
Alderberg,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Alderburg. Cause, you know, Felix's family's throwing a fucking party. And, we sure did have different experiences at the party. Also, there sure were, I wrote that Valor 14 stands guard outside and runs into some weirdos, which I think was
That's crazy.
Scrap and Zero. Yeah. If someone else wants to jump in.
Somewhere along the line, Scraps and Fudge Nuggets. I'm really bad at pronouncing names.
I say Zuru.
Zero.
Zuru.
You guys are saying the exact same word.
Yeah.
Zero.
Oh, Riley's saying it slightly wrong.
It's very
were
important.
found out and about in the wilderness, being little gremlins eating brains of a deer carcass after they killed it. And then, you know, I forgot how we ended up in the town.
I believe
we just,
Zero had a little like map or something, or like a pamphlet, and wandering towards a specific location that the town was near.
Yes, and then we wandered in and we met Valor 14, who we had a very funny interaction with. Because, you know, he didn't know the Scraps and was only talking to Zero. And then Valor 14 offered us a room, but to go talk to some Felix guy inside, who, out of like from what I've see, he's very angsty, very sad.
Yeah.
I have to give some cake to his long lost lover, and then he's like, we said we wouldn't talk about that anymore, and yeah, so yeah, that's where that we were literally walking in.
Yeah, Nico and June,
Oh.
anything to add about your characters?
I had a little discussion, kind of trying to get to learn more about Valor 14 and his backstory, and trying to figure out, I guess, a little bit more about like what sort of aspirations he might have had despite being a robot.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a nice little discussion there between them two. And then eventually Kane, my character, went over to kind of just mess around with the fucking bard.
The fucking bard.
My character popped off.
That's your title.
I
Oh
know.
wait, hold up. Give me 2 seconds. I got something for this.
Oh, you're gonna take out your fucking instrument, aren't you?
It is he can make a noise out of it.
I don't know if the mic will pick it up.
Turn off your noise suppression.
It doesn't pick up.
Wow, that was beautiful. Oh my god.
I heard something.
Wow.
Oh, wait, can you do that again?
I heard a silly noise.
That's so.
I don't know if the mic is.
So beautiful.
I don't know if the mic is picking anything up.
I can hear little.
Kinda
Sounds like you're just
I
humming.
hear the remnants.
No, I heard it. You guys just
Wait.
suck.
I heard like a twang, but I could have also just been imagining it.
Wait, maybe if I raise my mic sensitivity. Is it negative that picks up more, or is it positive that picks up more?
Pretty sure it's positive.
All right. Well, while that's happening.
I apologize. I do have So the first one I bought was the wrong jaw harp. Apparently, like the Snoopy jaw harp is not good. So I actually bought a different one. It has like a little bamboo cover case with it.
I do love how dedicated you are.
Always.
Okay.
It's not a picture.
As Scraps and Zero. Is it Scrap or Scraps?
Scraps.
Okay. Scraps and Zero, as you walk into this rather noisy tavern. For the past few days, you've been just out in the wilderness, interacting with maybe like a cricket, and this like sense of just overwhelming conversation and laughter and noise is a little overwhelming. As you all see. This kind of like half tiefling, half drow man in like plate armor, kind of like look over at you in a very confused, like he wasn't expecting anybody else to show up, and then like sees Valor standing before you, and then just kind of, or like behind you, kind of like closes the door, and then you see like through the window he just kind of stands perfectly like motionless, in a way that kind of like gives him a view of the entire courtyard as like almost like a guard. And you notice another tiefling just kind of comes up, goes, "Oh, hi. Are you guys friends of Felix or Valor? Can I get you anything to drink or eat?"
Give me just a moment, ma'am. He's gonna look into his cloak. This place is so loud.
You know when a car with like really loud music drives by your open window?
Oh, just a bring line. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Little eyes stare back at you. Loud. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Ugh, my ears.
Mm.
Oh, my head.
I think he said Lewis. Felix?
Lewis?
Felix! Yes.
Felix.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're friends of Felix's.
Make a
And
deception
Felix is a
check.
tiefling. Okay. Deception.
Rude.
Oh yeah, banger.
Solid, solid. um, as as you say that, Felix just walks up to you and just goes, "Oh, I don't think I've caught your guys' names. Are you with Valor?" And this tiefling lady just like looks between Felix, looks between you, and just goes, "Okay, all right, okay," and then leaves. He goes, sorry, what this is like a family-owned tavern. Are you here looking for something?"
Zero.
Yeah.
That thing. Robot. Metal man. Oh.
Metal Man.
Yeah, Metal Man said we can have his room, right?
Yeah, let me repeat that to him. The Metal Man said we could have his room. So,
Okay. So you know Valor. All right, that's good. I just wasn't really sure what the connection was. Yeah, please, stay. We have some leftover cake and drinks if you would like, and his room is upstairs.
thanks.
Is anybody else like currently within the the bottom floor of the tavern as this is unfolding?
I think I'm watching this from the corner.
Yes, I'm here.
There's just laughter coming out of the cloak.
Yeah.
Zero, you see like two elves just kind of like eyeing you in a very like confused way, or like are you guys staring at him like you're confused, or that you're not expecting a drow to just show up?
Confused. I've never seen these people before in my life.
Yeah, with Kane, I'd say, like, for now, you do just kind of look like, the elf, that was resurrected, and, like, the strange transformation that you kind of, like, feel building up, like, hasn't occurred yet. Because I forgot to let Nico describe his character, last session. And his description is a little important, so... Zero, you see two sky elves, staring at you, from the corner of the room.
Whoa. Okay, Scraps. Listen to me very carefully. We're getting some cake. But, however, I see two foreigners staring at me. Yeah, I've always wanted to talk to some, so we are going to head on over.
Okay. Wait.
Awesome. Yeah?
Wait.
Yeah.
So just talking.
To interact with them, I suppose.
Okay. And then eat?
Are you okay with that?
But we're not eating them, right?
No. I don't think they taste very good.
I'll be the judge of that.
Alrighty, just no biting until after the conversation.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Zuri's gonna walk over to the two elves, which Acacia and Kane, and call back to the last session. Zuru is massive. He's like 7'7", and he's like really buff. So he's kind of a sight, especially being a drow on the surface. Howdy.
Hi.
Hello.
Correct me if I'm not mistaken, but you two are from the sky, aren't you?
Not directly? I'm sorry, do I know you?
No.
Oh. Should we know you?
No.
No.
Oh, do I? Well, you're not mistaken.
So, you, like, lived in the clouds?
I suppose ancestry-wise, but no, we don't directly live up there.
Not anymore.
What? Well, where do you live then?
Well, initially when we were, alive, then I'd say around here, like most others.
Oh.
I think I'm from Algard.
Well,
I'm sorry
That's
if we
a little-
disappointed you.
you did, but that's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
was there any reason
Um,
you were specifically looking for sky elves?
He's gonna like take like a little his little bat bound journal out of his pocket and like kind of look at them and scribble something down on like a page. Well, I was just curious, I grew up way down underground, and I just wanted to meet some probably distant kin who grew up in a different sky setting. I don't know. It just seemed interesting.
I agree, it is very interesting.
you're not from around here then?
No.
Ooh, so what brings you around these parts then?
He's gonna kind of like he looks at them and he like kind of like turns to the side like in a half step and kind of like shuffles into his cloak. Scraps, this conversation is getting very uncomfortable. I don't know what to say to these people.
They're not foreigners, they're not friends. Not sky.
I don't know what to do.
Damn.
Are you doing this like in front of Keisha
Yeah.
and Kane?
Yeah, like very obviously.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sorry, is everything okay over there?
Do they have scraps?
Quick question. Do you two folks happen to have scraps on you? Any kind, I guess.
I don't have any immediate scraps on me. Scraps of food, you mean?
Yeah, are you talking
No.
about food scraps? No. No.
Oh. I'm sorry, who are you speaking to?
No one.
Good
Oh.
cover, good cover.
Thanks.
Good. No scraps, not foreigners, useless. Walk away.
Do we
Okay, I'll see you later.
Do you what?
Like how much scraps can we in here, or is it like too much?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I would love to make a perception
Go ahead.
check. Acacia isn't gonna say shit, because I mean, I just want to know if I clock it. That's a d12. That's not useful right here.
Your perception's that bad, you have to roll a different die.
My
is
streak
my- what
continues.
is my
I rolled
plus?
a 4.
15.
I'll say like Kane, like you're a little like focused on just like this person in front of you, but like you kind of like look over at Acacia, who's like craning her neck a little bit to hear something, and as you do that, you can also like pick up some like both of you pick up like little bits and pieces of like some like a little voice coming from inside like the cloak like behind Ziru. You cannot see this person, you have no idea like what they look like or anything, but there's definitely somebody else present that Ziru's just lying about.
You know that little head tilt that dogs do when they're listening to something and they're confused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acacia just kind of does that. Goodbye then.
Yep. We'll be upstairs after we eat some cake. So he shuffles away.
That was
I didn't get detected at all.
Oh yeah, that was smooth. That was impeccable.
That was easy. Oh, that was perfect.
So easy.
Wow.
That was so
That was
cool.
so good.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Ah,
So cool, bro.
so. Oh,
Oh,
I want cake.
we go find some cake.
What's cake?
It's like a little dry now, but like it's pretty good.
What's cake?
It's this. Have you had like manufactured food before?
Huh?
I think you should just try some.
Hold on. Hold on. Would Zero know what cake is?
Um.
Roll a
Oh,
history check.
I
for
have no idea what this is. That's crazy. I wonder how they made that. Whoa.
Just very confidently. I think you should just try some and find out.
Yeah.
You both get like pieces of cake. Scraps. It is like very sweet and like a little bit dry now because it's been like sitting out for a couple of hours. It's still like pretty good though. You do feel a little bit thirsty afterward.
What are the beverages out like?
Oh, you know, beer, light beer, strong beer, dark beer, watered down beer.
Zuru's gonna give Scraps very strong, like the strongest beer that they have.
Oh no. Oh no.
Does Scraps drink all of it or just take a little bit of a sip?
I'm chugging the freaking.
Make a constitution save, por favor.
I have the movie set of dude in my mouth. I gotta quench it somehow.
It's funny. Yeah, here's some water, Scraps.
That's awful.
Give me a sec. Oh no, only bad things can happen now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, now he's doing math. It's a is it just a check or a saving throw?
A constitution save.
Oh, poggers. This is pretty poggers. 17.
17. You realize in this moment, for the first time, that Scraps has a pretty good alcohol tolerance. As he chugs down an entire glass of dark beer, it tastes pretty good actually. Though within this you would know that if you drink any more without having another meal, you will become a little bit tipsy. But for now you're fine.
That was awesome.
I'm glad you like
really
it.
good. You should have some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, drink.
Okay. He drinks a whole bottle.
Okay, make a constitution save.
Let's see.
17. You drink the entire bottle. So you do get drunk, but it's not stone cold shit face that you would have originally. You're just starting to feel a little bit wobbly, and the floor spins a little bit. But you're still in control of your movements.
Awesome. Well, that is pretty good for being surface alcohol. Not as strong as I prefer. Yeah.
Water.
Oh. I think what I gave you was I must have misread the label.
Water's not yellow.
Aw.
I don't think it should be.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what? Have more cake and other food, and then we drink more.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drink all night.
All right. Well, while that is happening, does anybody else want to do anything before they head off to bed, or trans or whatever?
I'm good.
Okay.
Can I do a little thingy?
Yes.
Scrub's gonna like look underneath the cloak a little bit, and is gonna look where most of the noise is coming from, like music is coming from.
Would Owain still be kind of like playing a little bit, or would he have taken a break
Yeah,
at this
but it's
point?
more like a soft, like it's like
Or
it's
just like lazily strumming, like, or
lazily
like.
strumming my jaw harp.
I forgot what it was. Yeah, just lazily just going.
It's more so, it's a softer song rather than, and it's no
Yeah,
tap
yeah, yeah.
dancing.
You're just like
If
tapping your foot against the floor.
If he's still playing, Acacia will just get up and dance a little bit softly.
Make a performance
know,
check.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think I'm actually good at performance.
I don't think I'm good at dancing.
I don't think she's good at dancing. I think she's trying to get used to her body again.
Wait, actually, they're singing the poet Soldier King
Oh my
Oh
god.
Hello song. They're singing it.
That's crazy.
Singing it, but
Solid
softly.
10.
A 10, a solid 10.
Yeah.
9
9 plus 1.
you get up there. It is like very kind of like awkward and clumsy as like your limbs are like just trying to get used to like moving about, and like you have traveled like here from Alagard for a couple of days, but like here it's like you're still trying to understand like softer movements. You're still trying to understand like having fun and being relaxed in a space, as like the past 2 days have you just been like completely just like trying like in survival mode. And in this moment you just kind of like feel your body like moving of its own accord and like humming along to this song and just kind of dancing like a little bit clumsily, and you like trip over your own feet like once, but you find like joy in this moment and like a sense of understanding for the first time in, you know, ever since you got resurrected.
Fantastic.
What's your passive perception?
Me?
Yeah.
12? Yeah, 12.
I took 12.
I'm good at math. 2 plus 10, right?
You see, like, out of the corner of your eye, Felix just kind of, like, sitting off to the side, staring at you with, like, so much love and adoration. And, like, he wants to do something, but is, like, actively keeping himself from, like, saying anything. But he does look like he's, like, happier than he has been.
Alright. I would say Acacia seeing that trips again.
You trip. Scraps, you wanted to know, like, where the
Yeah.
source of the music was coming from. It is from
Yeah.
this kind of like almost fey elf. You've never seen elves before, so you can't really tell the difference between them. But
This small man.
about like your stature, and then one of the sky elves earlier just kind of like stands up and begins to dance. Did you want to do anything?
I see that mouth harp, right?
Uh-huh.
Shiny.
Oh
Metal.
no.
It is currently away, so you don't see it because they're
Thank
singing.
goodness.
Oh, okay. There's You do see some silverware has been left out on the table, though.
Like, take a glance to my left, take a glance to my right, take a glance to my left again. And I finally notice the silverware. And then I do the big cat void thing. Ooh. Ooh. The claw. I'm gonna go grab.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Yeah. Ooh, let's do this.
Zero, what's
Ooh.
your passive perception?
Let me check. 12 as well.
Okay.
Where's my magician? Okay. That's not bad. This is poggers. 16.
16.
Let's
Zero,
go!
you don't notice. And nobody else does either. As Scraps just kind of peeks out from under the cloak and yoink. add like some forks and spoons to your inventory.
Ooh, I'm getting the thrill. You know.
Playing a
Yeah,
kleptomaniac.
The thrill of having some silverware. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I already know. I'm scattered about. Ooh, I got away with this one. How more? Feel an itch, a scratch.
Do you want to like get out and like scrounge around the tavern, or do you want to wait until everybody's asleep?
I'm going to I'm gonna go towards maybe like a little bit more and scout things out. So I'm gonna like leave my safety zone for like 2 seconds, but the moment I feel any like a slight, even like a little glance on me, I'm skittering back like the little rat that I am. Back to my little rat hole.
Make a stealth check for me.
Ooh, okay. Only good things happen. 9.
That's awesome.
Okay, you get out of your out of the safety of the cloak, as you know the night's calming down a little bit. Some people are just kind of like either passed out drunk, or others are nursing like a little food belly and just kind of like sitting there like peacefully, not really paying attention. You think this is your moment, this is your time, and you get out and you like creep towards this one large door that you think leads to the kitchen where all of this delicious food is made. And as you get closer to it, it opens, and this large, kind of like purple tiefling woman kind of walks out and like nearly trips over you. Goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. Are you all right?"
I look up, stare. Purple, and I run. I do a little hiss, and I run.
Oh no! Did someone lose their rat?
I run back to Zero. I just scatter into the cloak.
Zero, you feel like a little bump behind you.
Ah. I wonder what that was.
Okay. You all, one way or another, begin to retire to your bedchambers. Everyone does get their own room. Owain, your night stay has been paid for. As you all begin to either trance or get ready for bed, the night coming to an end, the sky growing darker and darker, and the shadows almost ever present. Zero, are you and Scraps sharing a room?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Unless Scraps didn't want to.
Always share a room. There's safety in numbers.
There is
Oh,
one
God.
bed, so what's the sleeping situation like?
I feel like they both sleep on the floor.
Even though the bed's there.
Zuru
It's too
would
high.
like sleep like a. I think Zuru would sleep under the bed actually.
Okay.
Scraps would sleep like also slightly under the bed, but slightly poking out from under the bed, but at the foot of the bed.
Okay. And is the door fortified?
Oh hell yeah! The use of
Yeah.
mattress actually
100%.
fortified.
Yeah, like it's like Fort Knox in there. Like it's crazy.
Okay. Zero. As you does Zero trance, or does he go to sleep as well?
I feel like he'd like sleep.
Okay. It's one of those nights where you're in an uncomfortable environment. You haven't been around this many people, tried such interesting alcohol, and you're kind of like tossing and turning under the bed as much as you can, and it feels a little bit suffocating. Scraps is soundly sleeping away and you don't really want to bother them, but there's this kind of nagging feeling like there's something wrong, and it's one of those moments of like, oh, did I turn off the stove? Oh, did I like lock the door properly? There's just this like little sense of anxiety that like you forgot to do something.
Zuru would, if he's still awake at this point, he would like crawl out under the bed and kind of like scan the room, see if it's still like fortified and like the windows are covered and whatnot.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Let me open my sheet here.
Okay.
15.
With that, we're gonna go into a different call.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
how does your new character look?
Yeah, you see the wisdom save. Oh, 7. All right. Acacia.
Yeah, hi.
The instant fear.
The immediate fear.
So the hidden Tarask finds you.
Yeah, I
It's
know
actually
that.
around the corner.
None of you guys noticed it. It has a passive stealth of 3,000.
Yeah.
Acacia, as you climb upstairs after just a very long day, you have interacted with so many more people that you ever care to in your life.
Yeah.
And a lot of them had very probing questions that you just kind of answered without really thinking about them. And as the night progressed, the answers got like... Actually, make a charisma save.
Charisma save. Am I any good at that? No, I sure the fuck am not. A 15?
15.
Ooh, you need a 16.
You were very polite, and you very like shut down like any kinds of line of questioning, but you did it in a way that people thought, oh, she's just tired, oh, it's rough being resurrected after 5 years type of situation. So nobody came away from that like disliking you, but you are exhausted.
Yeah.
And as you begin to kind of climb upstairs, you hear Felix call out, do you want your own room?
I don't, what?
We would share a room sometimes.
That's fine. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
As his eyes just kind of go wide and he like looks around like as if like he's on a prank show.
I rolled a 17 plus 3.
Okay.
So that's a total of 20.
He kind of blinks and then goes, "Oh, if you're if you're comfortable with that, and he goes, I have my own house. It's just across the street. If you would like to stay there."
Yeah, whatever's easier.
Great. And he just kind of leads you to it seems to be a very old kind of like family home. Just so quiet and empty. As you walk through, each wood kind of like creaks underneath your steps. All the candles have been burned out years ago, and it is very clear that this is a house that has not been used or known warmth in a while. And as you see, Felix just kind of like brushing around a little bit, trying to clean things up. He hands you a backpack and goes, I just stuffed a bunch of your belongings and your clothes that I could scavenge. Yes, these are yours.
Thank you.
By the way, do you still have the ring?
Ring? No, I haven't. Acacia will look at her hands.
Nothing.
I don't.
Yeah, that's it probably fell away. It's fine. I'm gonna go upstairs. Feel free to come up whenever you're ready.
She'll like pat her pockets, feel no ring. Try to remember, give herself a headache, and then go upstairs.
You head upstairs. Felix is already kind of it is like a king-sized bed, and the room seems to have been like cleaned up much more than the rest of the house has. And he's already just kind of in bed, kind of like turned away from you a little bit.
It must have fallen off when I died. I mean, I guess I was dead for 5 years. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. He like turns around and you can like the faintest of glimpses of like how exhausted he truly is, and then it's back to just kind of like a neutral, happy expression. Sorry, you don't have to apologize. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm so happy to see you. If you want to talk about this more in the morning, we can, but I don't want you to worry or feel bad about it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get you a different one. It's fine. Yeah. Good night.
Oh, good night.
Does Acacia rummage through the backpack that was given to her?
Once she thinks he's asleep, yes.
Looking through it, you find a bunch of clothes that. How would she feel about like her, previous lives, like taste in clothing?
They would probably be finer fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
and just far too flashy to what she wants to wear now.
The colors are very rich. There's the clothing is a little bit impractical. Much more built, created for looking very beautiful while, you perform feats of magic and save people and not really adventuring for, in the woods for like 5 weeks. You also find, is it a longsword or a rapier that you want?
It's a rapier.
You find a rapier, this kind of beautiful, almost like shimmering silver, completely encrusted, but almost feels like it's cold to the touch. Not uncomfortable, but it takes a little bit to get used to. If you want to make a history check.
Oh, yeah. Something I think, watch the thing that I'm actually good at. I'm gonna roll like a fucking 2. No, okay, I like this. This D20 is being nice to me. That's 16. No, that's dirty 20. 6 plus 14.
Whoa!
I like this D20.
You have this kind of like brief flash of memories. This sword was not one that was ever really used, and it looks pristine. Though there is like a small kind of like crack in like the handguard of the handle, so like it's still usable. It's you would just need to get like it mended, but it feels in your hand now so much more secure and weighty than it ever did before.
Maybe it's time I learn how to use this properly. Instead of just wearing it. Or, given that it's pristine, I think she would make the assumption that she used to have it just for, looks.
Yeah. and it's a beautiful, and it's a well-made sword, so like it will do the job. But you can also kind of get a glimpse that it was really just kind of like a last resort type of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
As Acacia
Put it away and
head to bed.
Get to bed, yeah.
Okay.
And enjoy the fact that even though, it's not the most comfortable situation for her.
Do you put like a little wall of pillows between?
She sure curls up as far on the bed as she can on the side and just, is going to embrace the fact that if nothing else, it's quiet.
Hey, no homo, bro. Okay. Kane, are you there?
Hello.
Okay. Does Kane trance, or does he go to bed normally?
Trans.
We got so many fucking elves in this party, you guys. We got so
You're
many.
welcome.
We got so many elves.
Bro, you know how people are. It's tieflings and elves for the gays, Alex.
Amen.
What am I?
That's what I'm saying.
You're like a little guy.
I'm just like,
Kane, as you kind of finally get a moment to yourself for the first time since you've been resurrected, for, it's been like maybe 3 days that you've had just constant people talking to you, looking at you, being around you, and you finally get to your own room, and it is so peaceful and quiet and cold. There's this nice breeze that blows through. And you hear a voice in your head just kind of go, finally. And it's a voice that you've heard from time to time. Whenever you did something that it didn't seem to approve of, you would just hear a light chuckle or someone sigh really heavily, but never really reach out more than that. And this is kind of almost the first moment that you get to really be alone. Does Kane reach out to this voice himself, or does he wait for the voice to initiate something?
I know, absolutely. I'll go ahead and initiate.
Okay. Kind of sit down, make yourself comfortable, and go into a trance. What is what would Kane's state of mind look like? If like you were, to describe like what his like dream office kind of looks like, like where would Kane like position himself?
I guess he'd make sure that if he can align the bed so much that he can have it directly parallel to like the open windows, if any, just so that he has like a straight shot view of the nice clear open area, so he can get like a real good grasp of like the entire town, or at least for whatever he can, and just get a nice and good view of it as he sits like as towards like the middle of the bed.
All right. And let's go into a different channel for this.
Oh, boy.
Sky elves, am I right?
Oh dear me, I'm so sorry. It just picks it up.
Just kind of stare them down. And they continue walking.
Do you like head outside, or are you getting breakfast, or?
I'm just gonna go outside and just take in the sun.
Okay. Go outside. Beautiful, beautiful day. The golden rays kind of like hitting your skin, like pass through like the forearms and create this like bisexual rainbow on the ground. And as you walk outside, you notice the Valor bot standing perfectly motionless, just kind of like surveying the area. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Uh, 19.
You don't hear the usual kind of like thrumming of machinery. And as you get like a little bit closer to Valor, you notice their eyes are completely dead.
So I do like a little tap tap on like the shoulder.
It begins to kind of like lean over.
Oh god, I catch it.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, I got an 18.
Okay. you grab onto it and just kind of back to the side, and all of you like hear or like see outside the window as like the Valor bot is just kind of like tilting a little bit, and then Kane just like instantly catches it, and this kind of like metallic like screech like echoes throughout.
Ooh. Oh.
Ugh.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh, no one should mess with this one. I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. Do your thing, man. Just continue just kind of standing around outside for a little bit before I start making my way back in again.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything during this day before some scenes happen?
Now fuck me up, Alex.
Not yet.
Oh, God.
No, I'm good.
Well,
I'm going to attempt the kitchen one more time. My life goal. It's my life dream.
Okay. Make another stealth check for me.
Oh, come on. Only good things happen. Let's go. Okay, wait.
Nothing bad happens to the Kennedys.
16.
16. As the same kind of like tiefling woman is like setting you guys breakfast. It's like a variety of different like Irish breakfasts, like sausage and eggs, toast, plenty of like juices, coffee, milk, whatever you want. Scraps, you just kind of like take point from 0, get on all fours. Much easier way to move around.
Hell yeah.
And in like the split second as the tiefling lady kind of like walks through the door carrying a bunch of plates, you skitter inside, and this grand room opens before you, your eyes widening as you smell the most delicious scones on the table. And a variety of tools hang from the wall, ones that seem to be used for like flipping like things, others are razor sharp, and some you've never seen before. The world is your oyster, Scraps.
My goodness. Oh! Shiny!
What Scraps going for first?
Oh! The ladle!
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Wait. 11?
You tried your best to climb up the the countertops that are built for normal-sized people. When that doesn't work, you do find some bags of flour that have been stacked on top of each other that you could climb and get to the ladle.
Perfect. I grab him and I drag him over.
going.
Oh.
As you climb atop the bags of flour, you grab the ladle, your prized possession, and then in the corner of your eye, you see like a little bottle of this like pure white dust in it.
Huh. What is that?
Has Scraps ever seen salt before?
Why did I think it was crack?
What?
It's just a bottle of cocaine in this tiefling farming village. That's how they were able to afford you. They smuggled cocaine.
Motherfucking drugs!
Tiny little
They're
rocks.
drug mules.
Tiny little rocks. I go over. I grab. I sniff.
It's salty.
I taste.
It doesn't taste great. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Ooh. That's gonna be a 12.
12. As you just kind of like recoil from the salt, you kind of like lose your footing a little bit on the smooth countertop. You fall directly into a bag of flour. Poof! This kind of like white powder just escapes from underneath you, and you feel it begin to tip over, but then you just kind of like slide down the little mountain before it like kind of like ends up all over you. The bags of flour still kind of like fall down, and you hear someone go, "Oh dear, what's that?" Where do you hide?
Dust. Oh, fuck! Shit! Ah, fuck. A cabinet. The spice cabinet.
You scatter into one of the cabin. The spice cabinet.
Okay, I crawl onto the walls like a fucking even shit.
You crawl into the spice cabinet where there's a bunch more bottles with a bunch more different rocks. Do you try all of them?
Rocks. It's not rocks. Oh, what if it's the other thing, the poison? I can't know until I find out. What's this little black ball thing?
You just eat pepper. Zero, at this point you would have noticed that you have not seen Scraps for a good, 3 minutes. And would Zero do anything with that, or is this just not something he cares about?
I think he'd start like actually tweaking.
What?
Where's my emotional
Yeah.
support
He's probably freaking out. He's like looking under tables in the tavern and like calling Scrap's name, and he's like running back and forth.
Scraps, you can like hear from like the other room Zero calling out for your name, but this woman is still inside this room.
Can't get good. Have to keep trying these terrible black little things. What is this red thing?
Sorry, do you just
Rats.
sprinkle like paprika?
What is this?
Make a stealth
What?
check with disadvantage for me.
Terrible. It's not that bad. You said that? My stealth?
A 9?
No!
Oh, what?
14!
14. Okay. The woman goes, huh? Is someone there? Hello?
No.
Do you say no?
Nuh-uh. The fuck do you mean, nuh-uh?
No. Oh no. Oh no. I told the graveskeeper to get the ghosts out of this place. And she like rushes out the door.
Oh.
Hello?
You feel now is your opportunity.
Hello?
You feel your sins crawl up.
Okay, I'll take some of these poisons and put them in here. Just grab a bunch of spices. More poison. I'll use this for later.
Just grab a bunch of spices.
I jump down. I go over, I see the flower, and I go, oh, dust. I wonder how this tastes.
It's so dry.
Ooh. Tastes like that that cake, but no, there's not that nice taste to it. So it's not like the cake at all. It's just ooh. Sand tastes better. Okay, where am I? Oh right, kitchen. Wait, but then shiny. No, the friends come.
Do you head back?
Skitter. I love the leg, and I go into the car.
You see Scraps emerges from the kitchen, covered in flour and other spices, skitters up your leg, and then hides in your cloak once more.
Zeru's gonna like he looks frantic. Like one thing about Zuru, he has like multiple pairs of eyes, but they're usually closed. But they're kind of open when he was like scouring the tavern for scraps.
Aw.
Whoa, are you okay?
Yes, there's a room over there full of poisons. Terrible things. It's okay. I already fixed it. Tasted everything. It's okay. I solved the problem. It's fine. I got a really good thing.
You're
out of
welcome.
it. So, Christ. What? No, problem solved. Yeah.
Oh God, I hate this tavern.
I know, it's so dangerous. There's like these little tiny rocks and they taste so bad. They taste so bad. And then there was like these little black rocks and they were so hard and so so disgusting. And then there was like these red things. It's just it hurt my tongue. And then there was like this like white dust on the floor. And then it tastes like that thing, like the cake, but it was missing all of the like the sweet bits, so it was nothing like the cake. But it was just like,
I see.
yeah, it was really bad. Like, like mud tastes better than that shit. Like that was disgusting. That was gross.
Wow.
But I left with this, and as like I'm in the cloak, I crawl a little higher, and I slowly poke out the ladle.
Whoa, whoa.
Treasure.
Is that some kind of tool, I'm sure.
I
Wow.
think it's something. I can make something of this. I'll figure it out. I'll study it a little bit more.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But for now, as it slowly creeps back into the click, I'll keep it under wraps. No one will know.
Yeah, I'll keep you a secret.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. After that happens, is what is Owain doing?
They're eating down. They're eating with. They're just at like they're in the kitchen area, not the kitchen, but the dining area and eating.
You see, the kind of like purple tiefling woman that you've seen a lot of. She was the one that kind of like facilitated like hiring you for this whole party. She kind of walks out, brings you like a fresh scone as well, and just kind of goes, so where are you going to be heading after this? I know I'm so sorry this was so last minute, but we just didn't think about entertainment at all, and you were wonderful. Everybody loved having you here so much. I'm so sorry I just didn't get to ask. Was there a reason that you came to our little town? We don't never really get like carnivals around here or anything, and
Yeah. It was a pleasure coming here. I was visiting an old friend.
oh, an old friend. Well, I know most people around here. Who was it?
More so visiting an old friend's grave.
Oh,
They go by Jane Full. They're not from around here. They're originally from Rose Run.
right. And this kind of like knowing look comes over her face. Yeah, it's simply terrible what's been happening. All these bodies. It's just I don't know how our graveskeeper does it. But were you able to find her grave yet, or has that been difficult?
I haven't gone look yet. I thought I'd stop here first. And then go.
I understand. There was just it's just so terrible, you know? I can't even.
I agree, but we keep living.
We do. Well, yes, this whole situation, and make a history check for me regarding what she is talking about.
What's my history again? Oh, I got a history. 18.
18. The reason, and you know this, and you just kind of accepted it. But the reason that Jane was not buried in Rose Run was because there wasn't enough room. And in Alderborough, or Alderbur, the kind of like Scarmore Forest to the east of it has now become this almost like massive graveyard for just any body that is recovered in like the nearby areas, which the nearby areas being two fairly large cities, and that people have just either been dumping their bodies here, or clerics of the Owl King have kind of went out of their way to retrieve them and catalog them. So in Alderbur, you have received word that Jane was quote-unquote buried here, though you're not sure if she even has a gravestone or if her body had like even been recorded.
Owain says, "Well, I should be finishing up and going to see if I can find the grave. If I can find her grave."
If you need some assistance, the graveskeeper will probably have an idea.
Be sure to ask them. Thank you for the information.
Of course, dear. And she kind of puts a hand over yours and goes, "If you need anything else, let me know." And you and your looks over at a massive drow with like something scuttling in his cloak. And a wispy,
next to them?
and a wispy man. Well, not next to them, but like you were interacting
Around
with
them,
each
okay.
other. And then like the wispy like elf that just left, and just kind of goes, "If you and your friends need anything, just let me know. We're
Well, we thank you for the hospitality.
Of course, we all gotta look out for each other during these times."
Of course.
All right. Do you head out?
He's gonna finish up eating. He's gonna continue. He's not done yet.
Okay.
He needs to eat, man.
I'm not finished.
She just takes the plate away from you.
Owen would be the person just let them take it. Like he wouldn't say anything. He would feel bad if he said anything.
You could pour hot soup over my lap, and I'd probably apologize to you. Acacia, there, as you kind of like go through your morning routine, there is still the issue of your sword having like a cracked handguard.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it will be today's goal for her to get that repaired. Because even if the war is over, one of the things that she does remember is that self-defense is very important. So, you know, she's gonna make that a priority.
All right. When you wake up, Felix is already gone, and you're not really sure where he went. But kind of get ready. There is breakfast on the table, a little cold, and it's not something you would have picked out, but it's fine.
It's food.
It's food, it's sustenance, and it's cooked fairly well. And as you head outside, you notice that the Valor bot standing outside the tavern has now kind of like completely just like slid down the side of the building and has like its head has like knocked onto the floor or like onto the grass, and it seems to be just like completely like in like just completely turned off.
I hope they're okay,
Wanna
but
make
I don't know how to fix
Want to
that.
make an investigation check?
Yeah.
Investigation or Arcana, I'll say.
You know, despite the fact that I'm a wizard, I'm not actually proficient in Arcana.
That's so cool of you.
I'm gonna
That's
go
so
with
funny.
investigation. This die has finally let me down. That is a 2 + 6 for 8.
As you kind of like look around this like very unfamiliar technology to you, you've seen the Valor bots like around the city as like patrol guards. This is an addition that you've never seen in your life. Perhaps somebody that has studied machinery could do something, but to you, all you really see is kind of like this like little flap on the front of their chest has kind of like come undone, and this bright red ruby gem that sits inside has cracked and is now kind of like glowing at like an erratic pace.
That doesn't look right, but I don't know enough about technology to do anything about it. I will close the flap if I can, though.
Yeah. You can. And then you kind of look around, realize you have no idea where the blacksmith of this town could be. Do you just try and like look around yourself or ask somebody for help?
I would ask somebody, yeah.
Okay. I kind of point you in the direction of like a small smithy built of kind of like a mix of cobble and metal kind of like woven in between the bricks, almost like weird kind of like branching trees. It's small, very homely, and as you kind of like walk inside, knocking on the door, you hear somebody go, "Just a minute, fuck!" And like the door opens, and a young woman with like bright red hair and like freckles all over her body, just kind of like lifts two goggles from her eyes, just goes, "Yeah, what's up?"
Oh, I have this sword with a broken hilt. I was hoping you could get it repaired.
Yeah, no sweat. Anything else you want me to do with it? Maybe add like a snack compartment, or have it like fold into like a crossbow or a gun. Do you know they make guns now? That's
Do I know what a gun is?
make make an intelligence check. Or actually, I'd say this could be a history check.
Okay, 18.
18. Like from your very distant memories, you've seen the development of them begin. Not like structured around like technology completely. The power source for a majority of kind of like steampunk machinery guns have been these red gems that you saw within like the Valor Warforged.
No, it's fine, just a sword. I don't have that much gold, but I have a couple of dragon fangs, if that's, if maybe you could take one of those as payment.
You want me to weave the dragon fang into the rapier? Say no more. That sounds awesome.
If that's something you can do, yeah.
Yeah? God, every single day in this village, it's like, can you fix my ladle? It's gotten stolen again. Can you fix my horseshoe? I just want to work on something interesting. Like those people in Kraril. I heard they're building airships. That's so cool. Yeah, give me your rapier. She kind of just takes it and like leaves the door open. Like goes back inside.
Yeah, okay.
What do you need to buy?
No rush.
Okay. So if I were to, make some alteration, would that be cool or no?
Um, don't do anything too crazy. I'd
Clank,
still like it to
clank,
be
clank, clank.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah. I have to relearn it anyway.
As you kind of head back, I'd say and all of you kind of like finishing your breakfast, just head out of the tavern. Whoever wants to can make a perception check. Unless you're not, unless you're staying within the tavern, because this is happening outside.
I guess I'd be walking back to the tavern.
Missouri's pretty on edge right now. He's he's feeling antsy.
Too anxious.
I don't
If
think I
we-
see shit. That's 7.
7?
If
Okay.
we walk outside, can Scrap's attention fully go on Valor 14?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Alright, so an 18 from Owain and a 20 from Kane. A 7 from Acacia.
I don't see shit.
Nope. Owain and Kane. Actually, we'll do Scraps first. Your attention goes straight to the Valor bot, kind of just like lying on the ground. Do you want to make some kind of Tinker's Tools check to try and like fiddle around with whatever this is, or just make a straight like investigation check?
So I'm gonna skitter scatter like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Valid, and I'm gonna see if it's like moving or not. I see that he's not active, he's not responding. So I'm like investigating around, but I'm like metal, scrap, but respectfully, respectfully scrap.
All right, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
17. As you look around, the structural integrity of this being completely fine. It's oiled fairly well. It seems like it just got like a top up. All of its parts seem to be in the correct place. All of its little gears seem to be aligned. The only thing is inside of this kind of like open kind of like metal flap. You open it and this like red ruby crystal sits inside. Or like you can figure out that this is some sort of power source, and just a little bit of it has been chipped in a way that was not done on accident, or like this isn't something where like Valor tripped and then their gem got damaged. This seems to be something that was done like through the metal covering on it, and as you kind of like put back the metal covering, there is like a dent where the red ruby has been chipped. And because of like the damage to the gem, the power source of Valor has been just taken away.
Is there any sign of the small piece?
Not within your you would also know that like putting the piece back together wouldn't really do anything to it. You would require like an entirely new gem.
Wait, it was chipped intentionally?
Seems like it.
Okay. Just clarifying for my notes.
Owain.
So-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so like if I were like not even if I like cast mending.
Make a okay. I'll say like you do find like the chipped like piece of the crystal. I'll say make what do you use to like cast your spells?
Very good question. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second.
You're good.
Where do it's from my feet. So I'm assuming it's whatever artificers use, right?
Artificers use intelligence, I believe, but you can use like if you want to pick one, that's like fine. I don't really So if you want to use like
Okay.
wisdom or charisma instead.
I use wisdom because charisma go crazy.
Okay. Make me a wisdom check plus proficiency.
Okay. Ready? Go. Okay. 15.
15. You place the chipped piece of crystal back into the ruby, and it like begins to glow, and it is giving Valor just enough power to kind of like be back, but you still know that like you would need a new crystal for them to be like at 100%. And as Valor kind of like powers back up, just goes, danger, and then looks up immediately. Owain and Kane, as you guys were, Owain, you kind of like stepped out of the tavern. Kane, you were just kind of like taking in the scenery. You both notice, out in the Scarmore forest, is a milky white mask of a barn owl and a figure cloaked in black shadow just kind of turn away and then disappear into the woods. And that's where we'll leave off this session.
We're